When I was 5 years old, I memorized the entire Walt Disney World planning video before my first trip. They don't make those anymore, so I'm here to give you guys the best Disney parks tips and tricks I know. This is Skyliner Spencer. I have been blessed to have gone to Walt Disney World 5 times over the years, each at a different resort hotel, with one exception. Each stay has been incredibly magical, but equally unique, in large part due to the hotel. In this video, I thought it would be useful for me to rank the 4 hotels I've stayed at for you guys that are planning your next trip. Hope you enjoy. Let's dive right in.
Coming in at number 4 is Disney's AllStar Movies Resort. Being a value resort, meaning the cheapest and therefore least nice hotel on property, it's a natural placement for number 4. However, I do love AllStar Movies. Being the first resort hotel I ever stayed at Walt Disney World in 2011, and again for a quick 2-night stay this past March, it holds a special place in my heart. It's split up into 5 sections, each representing 5 classic Disney films, with those being Fantasia, Toy Story, Herbie the Love Bug, 101 Dalmatians, and The Mighty Ducks. Both times I have stayed there have been in the Toy Story section, and it's so much fun, especially for little kids. It's got huge statues of Woody, Buzz, Rex, Bo Peep, and other Toy Story characters. Great for photo ops. The resort has 2 pools, the larger and generally more popular one in the Fantasia section, and the other, quieter one in the Mighty Ducks section. Each has brilliant theming to match their respective sections that kids, and kids at heart like myself, will love. Located in the main lobby building known as Cinema Hall, you will also find amenities such as a gift shop, an arcade, and a large food court known as the World Premiere Food Court. Being a simple food court at a value resort, it doesn't offer much other than basic Disney theme park fare such as Mickey waffles, eggs, and bacon and sausage in the morning, and pizza, burgers, chicken tenders, and more like that in the afternoon and evening. I was very impressed with the dessert selection, however, which offered fun and delicious Disney desserts, including this massive Mickey brownie that I had in March. It was quite good. The rooms are small, each featuring 2 full-size beds, with one of them being a Murphy bed. Although they are small, they have everything you could possibly need for your vacation. Transportation-wise, this resort, along with its sister hotels, AllStar Music and AllStar Sports, only offers bus transportation to the 4 parks and to Disney Springs. Rooms at AllStar Movies typically run for anywhere between $150 and $250 a night, making it among the most affordable rooms at Walt Disney World. Overall, even though it's placed last on this list, I would give it a solid 4 out of 5 film reels. It's a super fun resort that kids will love for the theming, and adults will love for that relatively low price point. At number 3, we have Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. This is a moderate resort priced in between the more affordable value resorts and the more upscale deluxe resorts. I stayed here in late May of 2022, and I loved my time there. The biggest pro of this resort would definitely be that it is located at the hub of Disney's newest transportation offering, the Skyliner. The Skyliner is honestly one of my favorite things on property, but we'll save that for another video. From Caribbean Beach, or CBR, you are able to Skyliner to Epcot and Hollywood Studios, but will have to bus to Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. CBR is themed to different beachfront retreats around the Caribbean and is absolutely massive. Like the AllStar Resorts, CBR is split up into 5 sections: Barbados, Jamaica, Martinique, Aruba, and Trinidad. I stayed in the Aruba section, as it is steps away from the Skyliner station at the nearby Riviera Resort, which is a bucket list resort of mine. Since this is such a sprawling campus of a hotel, some sections are quite a walk to the main lobby building known as Old Port Royale. Old Port Royale houses CBR's main dining location, Centertown Market, and is adjacent to the large and extremely fun pool themed to an old pirate fort. Most of the hotel room sections are at the very least a 5-minute walk to and from Old Port Royale, but from my experience, it's not all that bad. Walking over the bridge and seeing the palm trees, the beaches, the Skyliner above you, and Riviera in the distance makes up for it. Each of the sections also houses a smaller, quieter pool for those who don't want to walk all the way to the big pool or just don't want to have as many kids there. The rooms are quite a bit bigger than the ones at AllStar, but they generally have the same amenities. They run for about $300 to $500 a night. Another thing to note is that none of the 2-story hotel room buildings, which are all of them, none of them have any elevators. So if someone in your group is pushing a stroller or has mobility issues, be sure to request a room on the first floor. Overall, Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort is one of my all-time favorites, and I would give it a 4 out of 5 Skyliner gondolas. Coming in at number 2, we have arguably the most classic Walt Disney World hotel, Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. While the last time I stayed here was way back in 2013, I vividly remember how magical this place is. The grandiose, palace-like lobby, the monorail station, being able to see Cinderella Castle while eating breakfast on the patio, everything. This is an amazing resort, if you can afford it. The Grand Floridian is most definitely the most expensive resort on property, with prices rarely ever going under $750. Shout out to my grandpa's work for having a conference there in 2013. I probably never could have stayed there otherwise. The rooms have somewhat recently been renovated, and they are super nice now. They went from this in 2013 to this in 2024. It genuinely feels like you're staying in a castle, but like a Florida castle, if that makes any sense at all. You can either take a monorail or a boat to Magic Kingdom, you can monorail to Epcot, and you'll have to bus to Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom. Any resort that has monorail access gains instant points in my book, and I can still vividly picture seeing the monorail come in as we were heading to the parks in the morning. However, being one of the original Disney Resort hotels, most of the hotel rooms are only accessible by an outdoor walk from the main lobby, which can be a problem during the frequent Florida rainstorms in the summer. Grand Flo houses some of the best dining options on property as well, including 1900 Park Fare, a character meal featuring Aladdin, Mirabelle, Cinderella, and more, Grand Floridian Cafe, and the fanciest and most upscale restaurants on Walt Disney World property, Victoria and Albert's and Narcoossee's. Grand Floridian is also one of the few resorts on property that offers a spa. I would highly recommend the Grand Floridian for honeymooners or couples without kids, as it is very expensive and quite a bit fancier than most of the other Disney resorts. Don't get me wrong though, it's very kid-friendly. I have a lot of great memories of the huge Alice in Wonderland splash pad. But if you're looking for that extra kind of romantic and magical Disney touch, and it's in your budget, Grand Floridian is pretty amazing. I would give it a solid 4 out of 5 character marble floor tiles. And finally, coming in at number 1, my absolute favorite resort I've ever stayed at Walt Disney World, Wilderness Lodge. I stayed here in June of 2016, and all these years later, it remains as my favorite of all the Disney resorts I've ever stayed at. Themed after the rustic lodges of America's national parks, Wilderness Lodge is basically a supersized log cabin with a small river running through the lobby and outside toward the pool, culminating in a faithful recreation of the Old Faithful geyser in Yellowstone. Wilderness Lodge offers ferryboat transportation to the Magic Kingdom and bus rides to the other 3 parks. Wilderness Lodge also features some of the best dining on property, in my opinion, such as the zany, family-friendly Whispering Canyon Cafe, at which you should always ask for more ketchup, Roaring Fork, Geyser Point Bar and Grill, and a fancy character dinner known as Artist Point Storybook Dining, which features some favorites from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The rooms, also recently renovated, are pretty modern but still retain touches of the wilderness theming. Like every deluxe resort, a stay at Wilderness Lodge includes extended evening hours at one of the 4 parks. Depends on the day. Also, Wilderness Lodge is among the cheapest in the deluxe resort category. That is, unless you're staying in one of the more expensive Disney Vacation Club villas or cabins at Boulder Ridge or Copper Creek. Some of my most favorite Disney memories were made at Wilderness Lodge, and this is a resort I would absolutely stay at again in the future. I would give Disney's Wilderness Lodge 5 out of 5 giant fireplaces. Highly recommend staying at this amazing and super magical resort.
There you have it. That is my ranking of the 4 Walt Disney World Resort hotels I've stayed at so far. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let me know what other kinds of videos you want to see. Thanks for watching, God bless, and remember, you are the magic.